My question is to the Treasurer. Yesterday's data confirms that in the final quarter of 2025, public demand grew faster than private demand, the same time inflation started resurging. Does the Treasurer still deny the link between government spending and driving inflation higher?
Call to the Treasurer.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Thanks to the honourable member for his question. First of all, public demand in the December quarter, the key driver of that public demand was defence spending, and those opposite have called for more of that, not less of that. That's the first point. The second point was when you look at the story of 2025, the big story of 2025 was the private sector driving growth and the public sector taking a step back. Private demand grew faster and contributed over 3 times more to economic growth than public demand in annual terms, Mr Speaker.
Order.
Within a year, annual private demand growth more than tripled, but annual public demand growth more than halved compared with 2024. Those are the facts of the matter, Mr Speaker. Now, when it comes to the link between spending and inflation, well, I have said on a number of occasions that we take our responsibilities seriously in the budget. That's why we found savings and delivered surpluses and got your debt down by $176 billion, because we manage the budget and we manage the economy in the most responsible way that we can, Mr Speaker. Now, yesterday's national accounts were overwhelmingly good news for our economy. Stronger growth than any major advanced economy, the strongest growth in almost 3 years, stronger per capita growth, the strongest per capita growth in more than 3 years, Mr Speaker. But those opposite, they always want to talk the economy down. And one of the reasons they always want to talk the economy down, as it was revealed yesterday, Mr Speaker, is that the Shadow Treasurer has held shares.
The Manager of Opposition Business on a point of order.
Thanks, Speaker. It goes to Standing Order 104A, which says a question must be directly relevant to the answer. Now, you are not being in any way. Sorry, the Treasurer.
I thank the.
Sorry, but the noise coming from their speaker is making it very hard to.
You've definitely made the point and read the standing order, and I appreciate that.
Yes.
So.
Okay,
but
if you could just bring the Treasurer back, that would be wonderful.
Yes, we'll get there. The Leader of the House on a point of order.
But what he just read out is not the standing order. I think he read it backwards.
Look, no, the manager is entitled to raise his point of order, and he's done so. The Treasurer wasn't asked about alternative policies. He wasn't asked about. I know the line that he's going down, but at this occasion, he won't be able to go too far into opposition policies or opposition persons, because he wasn't asked about that. He was asked about the link between government spending and inflation, and also the data that he was asked about yesterday. Sorry, the data released yesterday. So just to make sure that he is directly relevant, he won't be able to go down that line that he's trying to probably get into the record.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr Speaker. I was asked about yesterday's numbers. I was asked about public spending. I've dealt with that in detail. I've explained the defence spending in the last quarter that those opposite have called for more of, not for less of. I've explained what's happened through the course of 2025. But what I'm trying to establish, Mr Speaker, is that when it comes to yesterday's national accounts, they were a good story, not a negative story, as those opposite are trying to paint for the people. And we know that one of the reasons for that is because the Shadow Treasurer has bet against Australia and bet against Australians. And, Mr Speaker, there's an important part of this.
Yeah.
There's an important part of this that the House needs to know about, Mr Speaker. You don't have to shout at me, mate. I'm right here.
Manager of Opposition Business, the Treasurer will. Yes. Order. The Deputy Leader of the Opposition in the House of Representatives doesn't need to assist anyone at this moment. He's welcome to take a point of order, but this stage I'll deal with the Manager of Order. Members on my right, the Manager is on his feet. He's going to be heard in silence.
Speaker, I don't know whether it was a ruling you gave the Treasurer, but your instructions were very clear that he had to be directly relevant to the question. Now, he was trying to defy the advice that you gave him, and I think he should listen to you.
I know. I appreciate that endorsement, Manager. Just if the Treasurer can just conclude his answer without going down that path, I think that'll help. That'll help by being directly relevant. That'll help the House.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. This side of the House has been managing the budget in a responsible way. That's how we delivered two surpluses that those opposite were incapable of. They said they'd deliver a surplus every year. They went none for 9. We've delivered 2 already, Mr Speaker. We found $114 billion in savings. We've got the debt down by
Resume your seat. Resume your seat. All right. No, resume your seat. I'm moving to the next question. Resume your seat. We're moving to the next question.